Justice League Unlimited closed with all the members walking, ready to go on another chase. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman all smile at how they get to just enjoy another day. The story may be over, but these characters and their bonds live on beyond the black screen. But then back in the day there was this episode where the Justice League just hated each other. It's great! Secret Society is a fairly goofy two-parter where the heroes must literally learn to work as a team to fight supervillains who is also teamed up. Gorilla Grodd's motivation is this really weird last-minute goofy ideology where the strong will now rule over the weak, and the final battle is literally in a stadium where a kid announces, this moment really nakedly tells you the intentions of the story, which is to joyfully smash your action figures together. However, against all this silliness, there's also a story about the Justice League finally realizing something changing your mind. They've developed from colleagues to friends already. So this video is about teamwork. What a subversive topic. As Terracone and Luca argued, successful teamwork relies upon synergism, existing between all team members, creating an environment where they're all willing to contribute and participate in order to promote and nurture a positive, effective team environment.
Call me when it's important, and not before.
This necessary willingness is exactly ironically what the League lacks. After the two Johns failed to capture Shay due to poor coordination,
I had him.
Well, I'm not the mind reader, am I?
they decide to bring everyone together for some group training. Batman is especially enthused.
Looks like you're outvoted.
The disinterest is rooted in the fact that they've been succeeding without training all this time, so it feels like a waste of time. And there's also some secret resentment that they've been building up individually. However, the outcome is what you expect. They work swimmingly and become the effective team of gods as we know them. No, actually, they all start shouting at each other, even Superman.
We're a team.
But we're not all equal.
Terracone and Luca also outline 6 attributes that leads to successful teamwork, and the League, funnily enough, blunders all of them. The first is commitment to team success and shared goals, because people must be motivated and engaged to achieve. But then you get Superman, who doesn't want to put other people in danger, so he doesn't trust them to succeed.
Every punch I take is a punch they don't have to.
The second is interdependence. Team members have got to create an environment of encouragement and achievement, but then Batman thinks he's got better things to do, so he just leaves dismissively.
Happy?
The third is interpersonal skills. Teammates must be able to foster caring relationships. Jean actually succeeds in this as the voice of reason, but then ultimately leaves when he realizes this won't work.
I'm saying I survived the loss of one family, and I'll survive this one too.
The fourth is open communication and positive feedback, in which Flash just can't stop his mouth sometimes.
Hey! Should have used your heat vision. You know, I'm getting really sick of—
Will you both shut up?
The fifth is appropriate team composition. Everyone has to know their team roles and what they're expected to contribute. But Hawkgirl is undercover, so she doesn't want to be too invested in this.
How was I supposed to—
Either of your partners could have told you. One's psychic, and the other's got X-ray vision.
Finally, there's commitment to team processes and accountability for leadership and decision-making, in which Wonder Woman—
You men, unless you do it on your own, it doesn't count.
I don't know, she doesn't want to be part of the team.
It's not just the men, you stuck up—
Stop it!
Anyways, Jon Stewart's leadership is lacking in this area because due to his military background, he just treats everyone like soldiers, with the expectations that they'll all just fall in line.
Everybody, knock it off!
You wanted us to stop being individuals. We're all just soldiers to you, interchangeable.
I thought we were practicing teamwork.
We're gonna keep doing this till we get it right.
Not one guy tells everybody else what to do.
You don't care about us as people.
But little did he know, the League would actually act more like a bunch of kids because technically they're all just civilians. I mean, except for Wonder Woman, technically. Why? Ironically, in contrast, Donkey Kong's Secret Society works so smoothly that both Giganta and Killer Frost is voiced by Jennifer Hale.
I don't think this is such a good idea.
Don't be such a girl.
The difference between teams is that King Kong understands the deeper personal thoughts of his underlings and lets them all be invested individually.
None of us is in this for the money.
No one is hired. The only people who need convincing is Shade and Clayface. But they have their different desires met.
See, all I want is to be normal again.
How are you going to feel in 10 years? And give up all your power? When you're still being chased around warehouses and rooftops, I can offer you the best of both worlds.
Yeah, right.
This is a chance to rid ourselves of the League once and for all. This is Giganta. She was a lovely child, don't you think? To see how far we can go when there's no one in our way. Think what I can do for you.
As a result, they all trust each other enough to talk about stuff, to catch each other, to know their place in the team composition, and there's a lot of ogling too.
The name's Giganti.
Appropriate.
This understanding that they need each other to achieve more gives the secret society the ability to wreck entire armies, attack helicopters, and even the chef. The only reason why the League survives is because Mighty Joe Young wants to make a show of it.
It was 7-6. We had the advantage.
Subsequently going back, or technically forwards, to the moment where the little boy announces, "Get him!" The purpose of all this drama is to focus on a sense of playful innocence. If you're going to beat up the Justice League with a rival team and have them break up, this is the most innocuous way to do it. It's not someone crossing a line or even Batman's bloody contingencies, it's just people irrationally believing they've become weaker as individuals from relying on their teammates.
I've had better luck handling whole armies.
I can do this on my own. I don't need the League.
And you know why? Because I didn't have to worry about anyone but myself.
But what's the use of a family if it diminishes us as individuals?
Then why don't you go back to that?
You think I haven't considered it?
Grodd also technically messes with their brains too.
This blessed organ of mine can send out thought waves that affect those moods.
As a result, the two-parter presents the League like they're insecure kids losing a game, which is reinforced by the imagery of the stadium, the old western town used as the training ground, with pop-up people. And of course, the solution. How does the League get over each other? Well, Batman figures out Clayface is pretending to be Flash, because he just knows him that well.
You overplayed your part, yo.
The League still assembles when called.
You know Batman always has to make an entrance.
And at the stadium, the secret society may be better coordinated, but the League have worked together longer. In other words, the power of friendship trumps all.
I could have.
What?
Thanks.
Because they know how to compensate for each other's weaknesses, how to work creatively using each other's strengths. And it's just like, yeah, crush their skulls, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Research in human team performance suggests that experienced teams develop a shared understanding or shared mental model utilized to coordinate behaviors by anticipating and predicting each other's needs and adapting to task demands. And to top it all off, they blow up Clayface with fireworks. This was his last episode too, so he's probably dead. So what's the point of this video outside of just monkey? I wanted to celebrate these bonds. These friends would go on to unanimously agree on rebuilding the League after Starcrossed.
We rebuild, starting today.
When they expanded the memberships to everyone, they trust each other's opinions enough to have meetings about their future. They end up all being on the same page when it comes to turning themselves in to make people feel safer again. I mean, technically Batman's not that. And they clap with the people to let their friend, Superman, know it's okay to continue. And finally, they'll all run off together to chase the bad guys another day. This two-parter is the story of this bond. It's warm, it's triumphant, it's a bit silly but joyous. And it's that tone, the happiness of not just bashing your toys together, but also putting them together, seeing them become friends. That's also an important part of the fantasy, and it's what Justice League through into Unlimited understood so well. It's why when you watch the show, you can't help but to feel like that little kid going get him, even when it comes to the final frame. At the end, Flash wants to credit all the arguments to mind control, but no.
We didn't mean...
We meant every word.
However, as mature adults, they also all agree on one course of action.
All we can do is say we're sorry and move on.
To apologize and know it's enough. To be unembarrassed with valuing their friendships, while all still standing chin up together as a crowd watches. That's what their entire future is built on. And that's why they're f***ing superheroes.
By something
So this video was both fun and not at the same time because I spent days reading about symbolic interactionism with the hopes that it would be the central analytical interest of the episode, but then I started writing and it didn't really work, so I had to go back and simply write about teamwork, which required more reading. But anyways, I want every single one of my future videos from now on to have some sort of academic contextual thought behind it because I kind of miss this. That's my imperative for 2024. Also, special thanks to everyone on Patreon. I'll let you know what's going on over here.
I was never home.